the Gibeonites. Joshua made peace with the Gibeonites and made a league with them to let them live. And the princes of the congregation swore unto them. And it came to pass at the end of 3 days, after they had made a league with them, that they heard that they were their neighbors, and that they dwelt among them. Joshua 9, verses 15 and 16. The Gibeon ambassadors represented themselves to be from a distant country that had heard about the Israelites' remarkable success. Their clothing and sandals were worn and patched, and their wine bottles were in disrepair. They convinced the Hebrew leaders, who did not check with the Lord. 3 days later, the Hebrew princes learned that they had been deceived. However, they had sworn by the Lord that they would not harm the Gibeonites. So the Gibeonites were permitted to live, but only as servants to perform menial services in the sanctuary and cut wood and carry water. The Gibeonites were glad to purchase life on any terms, even perpetual servitude. But their troubles were not over. The kings of Canaan confederated to destroy the 4 Gibeonite cities. The Gibeonites called on their new Israelite allies for help. Joshua, after seeking counsel from the Lord, marched the Israelites to Gibeon's defense. The Canaanite kings fled in terror and were struck down with fierce hailstones. Realizing that the day would end before he could finish the battle, Joshua asked the Lord to cause the sun to stand still until all the Amorites had been conquered. Through divine aid, he overcame Israel's enemies and faithfully followed God's plan. It was no light humiliation to those citizens of a royal city, all the men whereof were mighty, to be made hewers of wood and drawers of water throughout their generations. But they had adopted the garb of poverty for the purpose of deception, and it was fastened upon them as a badge of perpetual servitude. Thus, through all their generations, their servile condition would testify to God's hatred of falsehood. Prayer is the open secret of spiritual power. Those who have accomplished much for God have often been in prayer.